This is a cognitive behavioral therapy lesson from a mental health therapist. Now, this is going to be a bit of a deeper dive, so if you don't have time to watch this video right now, save it and come back to it when you can. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT for short, is a type of mental health therapy that tries to get you to see the connection between your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. And one way CBT helps you to improve your mental health is by catching what we call cognitive distortions and challenging them before they impact the way that you feel and behave. Now, if you've never heard of cognitive distortions, that's okay. Basically, they are just irrational thoughts that can influence your emotions. Let's go over the top 5 most common cognitive distortions, and I'm going to give you some examples as we go to help you understand this better. Number 1 is catastrophizing. This is where we see only the worst possible outcomes of a situation. For example, let's say you have a family member that's late getting home from work. You start to think, oh my God, they must have been in a car accident, when in reality, maybe they got stuck at work late, or perhaps they stopped to run an errand. Number 2 is mind reading. This is where we interpret the thoughts and beliefs of others without adequate evidence. Let's say you arrive at work and your coworker that is usually pretty friendly with you is a little bit quiet and standoffish. You start to think they must be mad, or I did something wrong, when in reality, they're just tired because they didn't sleep well last night, or maybe they have something difficult going on in their personal life. Number 3 is emotional reasoning. This is where we accept our feelings as facts. One example could be, let's say your partner has been spending long nights at the office with a coworker for the past month. You feel jealous and suspicious of your partner. Based on these feelings, you conclude that your partner's having an affair with their coworker without having any real evidence to back up this conclusion. Number 4 is disqualifying the positive, and this is where we recognize only the negative aspects of a situation while ignoring the positive. Let's say, for example, you receive a performance evaluation at work that says, great job, needs improvement, great job. Instead of being proud of your accomplishments, you dwell on the one area that said needs improvement, and you tell yourself you're a piece of crap employee and not very good at your job when that's not really the case. And lastly, number 5 is all or nothing thinking. And this is where we think in absolutes, such as always, never, or every. Let's say, for example, you've had a lot on your plate and have been very busy. In the shuffle, you completely forget about your best friend's birthday. Now, in the past, you've always been a great supportive friend, but despite this, you think to yourself, I'm always a bad friend. I never do a good enough job when it comes to friendships. This is all or nothing thinking and also fails to recognize nuance. If you find yourself falling victim to any of these types of cognitive distortions I mentioned, the good news is CBT can help you learn to catch these thoughts in the moment and push back on them and challenge them, and over time, you can change the way you think and ultimately the way that you feel.